Okay. All right. So this is what I'll show you what I got today. Hold on. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Lips and let's see. This today. Um, hey,
Hey, what's up?
what's going on?
How you doing?
Just jumping on. I haven't, so I was just showing stuff that I got today as I'm trying to cook. Um, what's everyone else doing? How have you been? I know you're busy today, right?
Uh, been busy with the triplets and my little niece. So got back a while ago, a little bit ago, really. And yeah, so I was on a friend's live because they're in a traveling carnival. So yeah,
Cool.
so so then decided to come over here. So what's up?
Nothing. I was just showing stuff. So for Mother's Day, I got like this necklace for me, like for myself. I don't know if you could
Right,
see
right,
it.
right. Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
for myself,
The
mother
white one, the
pearl.
white one. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, and then I got one for my little one and then for my older one, but she's not here. Is that well, I have to turn off the stove. Let me just turn it off. For uh, turning off stove. Okay. But what else is going on? You know?
Um, no, I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. I'm just handling a lot of stuff in the other dimensions and throughout the multiverse. So, but I don't like to talk about that really. But no, other than
Mm-hmm.
that, I just been relaxing. That's all.
Yeah, so no really strong actions or anything.
Nothing for you to know. No.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that I'm doing is the stuff that we're dealing with within
Right.
the and with the dimensions and stuff like that. So yeah.
Coco, let me put butter on her thing. Yeah, I never really did a live where I walked around ever.
You never did what?
I never did a live where I would walk around. I don't think anyone's ever really saw me. I mean, he gets to go live again. Have you talked to Duran? Duran?
No, no, because he's been off.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. And then I did do a live the other day. I think I invited you and I did it in my sound healing room at my studio. I figured it would be really nice
Yeah,
to do, you know?
right.
But I had a question. Do you believe in like Jesus?
Nope. Jesus means Hail Zeus.
Yes, I know.
And Jeshua is real, but Jeshua is not a god or a goddess
Okay.
or deity. And was Jeshua real? Yes, he's a Palladian starseed.
Is that Sandura?
Huh?
There's another name for it. Sandara.
I guess. I don't know. I've never heard of that name before. But he's a
I would look
Palladian
it up.
starseed. Yeah, he's a Palladian starseed.
Yeah, Sandara.
Okay, well, I don't know. I really don't care about him, so I don't give.
I was just wondering because there's been a lot of that going around, and I just wondered like what the power is with that.
Uh, the reason being is that there's a lot of people being looped for no reason. Those are archons.
Okay, explain. That's what I was looking
Uh,
for.
yeah, archons. There's good archons and bad archons. So there's 40, there's 100 custodians. There's only 40 of them left. And there's still 900 that are good. So yeah, but in reality, they're being controlled.
Hmm?
There's like 940 left. Well, not really. I don't know what the specific number is, but all archons are being controlled by the master parasite. So the master parasite's in control, sort of. Not really, not of me or the million people, but or the ships that we have, but through the multiverse, sort of.
Mm.
That's what people don't realize. I mean, I know what's going on, and so I'm just here to save my people and get the hell out. I'm just only just anything that's getting in my way. I'm just or any my in the way of us. Um, I'm taking care of it. But if not, I really don't care. As long as it's not getting in our way, I don't. I'm only here to just get people out, and that's it. So
So that's your mission, right? That's yours.
yeah,
That's
that's
your
mine. No, it's
mission.
not mine.
Yeah.
That's all of ours. We have a million of us left. There's only the ships here. There is nobody else that we need to extract or take from anywhere else in the multiverse. Like, that's it. They're all gone. So, that's it.
Hmm. Huh. Okay. So
I don't. Duran, religion is not the key to the next level. But
who's
hey,
the
if that's what you want to say, that's fine. It's not. It's your soul. Everything is within your soul. That means you're connected to the Akashic records. So religions are not outside of this earth. So these religions that are here were concocted to control people. That's all. So are there religions? Yes. Through the multiverse. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gone through all 44 million galaxies or so. So I don't know. And I don't care. So and I don't care about religion. Religion is controlling. Spirituality, the spirit. You have free control.
that just that is like so hard to like decipher with so many people. And I think that if there's other people on here that, yeah, stay away from dogma. I don't know how to describe this.
How do you spell how? Well, when he says dogma, how do you spell God backwards?
Dog.
Dog.
So what do you say, source?
No. Well, no. Well, God is a male, and goddess is a female. So I
Okay.
just say creator. I know his real name, but I mean, I call him by this name. I just call him Brahman.
What do you call
So,
him?
Brahman. Brahman. I call his son Bra. His son is Brahma, but I call him Bra. I call them both Bras. What's up, bro? Well, the son I call Bra, the older one I used to call him a bitch. What's up, bitch?
Ay, ay, ay.
It's funny
It is
though. It's
funny. It is funny.
funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
I
So,
know I am bad, Duran, because I don't care. There's the master parasite. Well, the one that I destroyed. His name. He used to call himself the Shadow King. So then I called him a shadow bitch.
huh. Oh my God.
Now he doesn't his next creation. So well because the Shadow King, the Shadow Bee is not around anymore. So it's not his son either, but his next creation. But he doesn't even say his name, so I just call him Zeta. I don't want to call him X. One of my destroyers is
Mhm.
called X, which means X in Spanish. So I did not want to call him that. So I just call him Zeta, or Z or whatever. So just to call them by name. And so yeah, so I can care
Hmm.
less.
It
I'm
is, but
okay. I have a brethren. He's like a brother to me. He comes from before this floor. He's here right now. He's stuck here, but he goes with me every night, and sometimes Loki comes with me as well. And they see all this shit. So, I know who I am and I know what we do. So we see it in the astral, and not in the astral, but in the higher dimensions. So when we do all these things, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know what I do, and that's it.
um, yeah, that's the thing. So the dream state, um, does time, how much time goes by?
Time is slow. Time is different when you're in the astral, or on different dimensions, of course.
Right.
So yes.
So this one, I don't like this one, and I want out of this one. How do I
Well,
get
you're
out?
gonna have. You can't get out. You can't get out until there is, how do we say it, a disclosure. So when there's a big disruptive, chaotic event or disruptive event. So until that point, which is worldwide, it could be in June or July, or the solar flare, the big solar flash.
When is
So both
that?
are working right now. That is, I can't tell you that, and I don't know that. I'm
I
not
do know
supposed to
it,
say these things. Why not?
but I
Then
do
if you
know.
do know it, then that's fine.
Yes, I do.
Now, will it happen? It all depends. The sun is being protected by many ships, so there's no ships taking energy, siphoning energy from the sun. The sun is different now than what has ever been. So it's getting close to where. And there was a solar flare that hit yesterday at, I think it was yesterday 6 in the morning, or the day before. I think it was. So 2 days ago, yeah, 2 days ago, 6 in the morning. So yeah, but there's not many solar flares coming out. There are solar flares, yes, but are they not? Eh, they are hitting, but it's just different. The sun is trying to hold back, its energy. The entity, which is called Q. That's not his real name, but that's a nickname that I came up with him. So yeah,
Oh no, not that. 17?
17. What?
Isn't that the letter?
What do you mean?
What you just said. You said Q.
No, his name. I call him Q as to give him a name. It's really a letter.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see.
No, I was the one that picked it for him. Like, there's another name but I don't say it. Like in my higher self, I call him a different name. I just call him Q so whenever I say, so I don't have to say sun entity, I just say Q, and everyone's like, oh, okay, Q, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, everything's
So,
just into motion. Everything's going well. A lot of people just don't know because they're not in the higher dimensions. That's the whole point. They most of the people are only able to go to the astral plane or the astral dimensions. They're not able to go outside of that when they're in, when if they're in a deep meditation, deep meditation, or when they're sleeping. Most can't. They're not allowed to. Because if they were, then why haven't I found anyone? Not many. Now remember, there's 8.7 billion people, so I can't really speak for them. But we're talking TikTok wise. Not many on TikTok because I've been trying to look or find. Okay, this information that I'm getting, is there anyone else? It's not that I haven't found them yet. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm
mhm.
saying it's not, or I'm not saying it's not impossible. It's possible. I just haven't found anybody. Because if I did, if they were going live, it would have been, hey, go and see this person. Cha-ching! Everyone here is a slave. So where they go is to the astral dimensions, or they stay here on Earth and they can go around Earth and stuff like that, but only certain parts of Earth. They can't. They're restricted. That's what people don't realize. So when you get to I found this out too. Then when you get to
Hmm.
higher consciousness and inner peace, you could start. Yeah, you could go visit certain places, around this world, and then but only certain ones. You can't see, people have been trying to go to Colorado, not Colorado, the Grand Canyon to see the places. They see like they find something on the internet and they try to go see it. They can't, then because it's restricted. That's the whole point. That's what people don't realize.
Hmm.
This is what a matrix is. And then the same. And then if they go to the astral plane, yes, they can go there in all the dimensions and everything. Yes, but how many people are leaving the astral planes to go see, the 44 universes? To go see that. I haven't spoken to many or at all. Can they do that? I found out no, unless they were able to hack their way out. But that is very hard to do. I don't have a soul from this creator, so I can do whatever I want, when I want, and how I want. Archons are controlling it. That's what people don't realize. So there's so
Oh,
many things that it's
Mystic.
up in the Akashic Register.
Mystic said they're already doing this and providing evidence of it.
Okay, so then there it is. Okay, so where are you going outside of the astral dimensions? Are you going through the 44 universes? Do you know that there's 44 universes? Do you know that there is 44 million galaxies? Roughly. Are you going to the worlds where you came from? Are you going to the Orion's belt? Are you going to there's a secret way of doing this and that, nobody knows about it? Yes. Okay, so she is. There. Look, I was talking about it and boom, guess who comes in? Ta-da! There's a secret way. Yeah, but you need to remote view. That's the problem. Mystic Mind remotes views. So that's one of the things. And that is wonderful, Mystic Mind. A pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Do you want to jump on? Does Mystic want to jump on?
I don't know. It looks like she has a private account because
Oh,
I don't know if she has she is not a private account. I don't have moderator status on this one.
sure. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
How
there
do
she's.
I invite Mystic?
Um Click on her name. There you go.
Okay.
See, there's a secret way. So you see?
There you go. Okay. There you go.
So recently, as the beginning of 2024, I swear I went to sleep one night and I woke up the next day and everything had changed, like drastically, but in good ways. And whenever you have time, if you feel like it, you're welcome to check out like my pin videos, my videos. You can see me taking an incense, dragging it across the room, making uniform geometry out of the smoke. I slow
Really?
down the videos to show you. I can do my mind that don't make sense in our physical world. When it comes down to quantum physics, the quantum mechanics, I've studied all of this physics, metaphysics. I went deep down the rabbit hole, but I inquired a lot of truths along that path. And I never went towards what other people were telling me. I always stayed with my own truth. I would
Bingo!
listen to
Bingo!
opinions. I would listen to, say,
Wait, what did
but I
I
would
miss
keep
that
my own
part? What
truth.
did
And
Mystic say?
that is you
What
can
did you say,
take
Bingo?
opinions from others and you like what you want out of those opinions, but you still have to stick to your own truth. You can't
Right.
come outside of it. It's like tunnel vision, I call it, because people get tunnel vision where they only see a specific way of thinking. We have to accept all possibilities. We have to accept any possibilities. Even the things that we were taught are not possible. They're not even plausible. That means they're possible. They don't want us to know they're possible. Our brains are incredibly amazing. Like when we truly tap into above 10% of
Hmm.
using that unique 10% of them.
Here's your food. Right here.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. And the math that you hear, the metaphysics, the quantum, all
Here.
that, that's that's simple math, not simple math, excuse me.
Sure.
I mean, not math, excuse me. All of that it is nothing compared to of
Mhm.
there's more advanced science and math than what we have here. And it's way simpler, way, well, it could be complex, it depends on how you want to take it, and it could be simplified also. So that's what I tell people, that everything that's here, the you know the
Absolutely.
is totally, you, like people say metaphysics is the way. No, it's not. I was like, I was like, okay, so you mean to tell me, have you spoken, not you, by the way, Mystic, this is not you. This is other people. Have you spoken to a species, or because to a species like a Lyran, someone on the ninth dimension, or even on the sixth or the seventh or the eighth or the ninth? Have you? And they go, no. So then, how do you know that this works on all the other dimensions? Okay, and then I tell them, go within, go to the Akashic records. And they're like, well, you do. And I said,
Yes.
yeah, but I'm not here for you. You got to go find that information. I'm not here
Right.
to serve it to you. Not you, of course, but to others when I say that. And
Mhm.
you need to go find that.
That's right.
And remember, man made books are manipulated. Now, it could be good manipulation or bad manipulation. It could be used for good or bad, but still, what do you need to go to? Through your soul. So when all these people are like, well, I'm using metaphysics,
Yeah.
this, that, that's fine. That's a piece. But remember, you need to go, you need to evolve, you need to go higher dimensions. So that's
Yes.
what I tell. Right. That's, you see,
And
you understand.
everything.
Oh, you and I, to finish, you and I, we can have conversation back and forth. But this is where people
Oh
are
yeah.
stuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're not
So that's,
open to opening their mind. They're too scared. They're too conformed into the way they have been taught that that's the only belief they're allowed to have. Because if they think outside of that belief, oh my God, there's all this, this is going to happen to me. Like that's fear, and fear begets fear. So
yeah,
you can't live in that state of mind. You have to be open to anything being possible. And that's how I
that's
look
the
at it.
whole,
And that
there
has
you
opened
go.
up doors for me like no other.
There you go. There you go. When I teach people, when I tell them, the Pan is program analysis neutralizer. So I'll make it short. I'm the real Peter Pan. When I say this, because I know who I am, I have people here that are psychic mediums that
Right.
know who I am, even random psychic mediums. And I'm like, do you know who I am? They're like, yeah. And I go, well, you can say it. It says, well, I'm not, my guide told me not to say it. And I go, I'm Peter Pan. They go, oh, yes, you are. Because they know they're not,
Yes,
it's
your
not,
energy
I don't,
from
right. My energy's not from here. That's
your
what people
energy
don't
brought me
realize.
here. Right.
Right.
And I
I know.
picked
And
up
I
on that
tell
channel.
people,
It's just like tuning into a radio channel. Literally. That's what it's like.
yeah, the reason being is because I'm a transducer. But I can bring energy from my no time dimensions, from Neverland, Wonderland, all that stuff, and bring it here. That's how a hacker can hack. You got to bring your own shit, your own
Right.
tools, your own things.
Yes.
Lilith can do
You
it.
have to be
Lilith is not from
uniquely,
here.
divinely made.
Right. Lilith can do
Right.
the same thing.
And that's what I try
Now,
to
when,
teach.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. You're breaking up. You're breaking up, Mystic.
Come to find it.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
she's breaking up. Yeah, hold on. It's her. It's her. It's her.
Is it
Mystic.
me?
No, 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 no. It's her.
Yeah, it's my.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Start
I'm
all over
sorry. I
again.
live
Go
out in the
ahead.
middle of
No,
nowhere,
no, no.
so it.
Don't. No, 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 no. Don't be sorry. Don't be. I
Yeah,
was just trying to tell you. Go ahead. Start from the beginning, or start from.
right.
If you please, please.
Everything that I have discovered that you may see me do in my videos was a complete accident. It was discovered like on purpose, but by accident. I was entertaining things in my mind that people taught me was not possible. And I'm like, well, what if it is possible? And I do believe that it is possible. And it became possible. And now I'm doing it. So no other human on the planet could tell me otherwise at this point in time. And it has given me such a freedom of my spirit, my mind, body, soul as a whole, that I feel like I could go anywhere and do anything. But I want to use kindness and gentleness while doing it. I'm not trying to push this on anyone or force anything. I understand there are other possibilities other than what you think you have been conformed to believe. It amazing journey. And every day there's something new that happens that's supernatural or just not normal. Um, I've moved water with my mind. I mean, I have videos to back this evidence up. I'm not just saying this. Like, this is real
I
deal
believe
stuff,
you.
and it's
I
breaking the
believe
physics
you.
on. Yeah. And the more we believe in ourselves, the more we are going to collectively, enlighten each other. And that's so important, to just believe in each other and not knock each other down, when we think outside of the box.
There you go. See, there's these people. Okay, I'm not gonna say names because I never do that. So there's people that metaphysics know that you cannot be, because they refer to me as spiritual psychosis. And I go, no, how do you not know? These are stories. Now, the story that's here that they put in this, it's not the real story of Pan. No, it is not. But the real story is up in the Akashic Records, just like many other stories, like Star Wars. Star Wars is really reality. They're just taking bits and pieces and putting them together. Is there a Galactic Federation? Oh, hell yeah. There is an empire, but it's not really called the Empire. It's called the Black Hats. And all this stuff, but I'm not gonna get to it. But which you already know that. But everyone else here,
I've actually got
that's the thing
pictures
people
of
don't
what you're
realize.
talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there
I
there
actually
no there
caught
is
a
a
picture
species
of
that
what you're talking about. There were four different dimensional beings in this picture, and I would be happy to share it with you guys. It's on my feed, but you
yeah
got to go down pretty far to find it. That happened in
yeah
January. Four of them showed up in my room, and you can see them very clearly. A portal opened in my room, and I got pictures of it, all of it. It was incredible. But it's just been so amazing. It's been so magical. I feel like a kid again. Like, I feel so free. And I'm like, where was I for 40 years of my life? Like, who was that? I don't even recognize that person as of 35 years old. I'll be 41 this year. I'm a grown woman. So it's like, a lot of people look at me and they're like, you've lost your last marble. And that's okay. I'm okay with that, because I know my freedom, and what matters is my happiness, not theirs. I want them to be happy. I want them to have this experience. But if they decline, then that's their own free will. That's why we were
yeah
given free will.
yeah
So
yeah. There,
yeah,
I'm just to let you know, I was just speaking. Okay, I was talking to Maria and Duran. Duran's in the comments. He's been, well, he'll be back on Friday. He was bananaed, and temporarily, of course. And
he's
so I
awesome.
was speaking. I was like, "Well, I
Right.
haven't found," and this is before you came in. I don't know how long, and I was like, "I haven't found anybody yet." Well, considering there's 8.7 billion people, roughly, give or take, and then that's like me, that knows that everything here, and then there's so many other dimensions, and voila, there you are. So I know that I had already seen this, and I probably
Yes.
met you up in the
You
higher
spoke it into
realms.
existence. Yes.
Right, that's the whole thing.
Right.
Now, I can't manifest because just to let you know, I'm in an NPC body, because then I created my own soul. So I
Okay.
don't manifest it, but I have my magic. So, but pure magic, as in it
Right.
comes from the inner child, from the inner soul. And I tell people that that is more
Absolutely.
powerful than dark and light magic. Which is the Magick. The
Yes.
Magik is the pure inner
Yes.
soul. You see, you know that. That is in the Akashic
Yes.
records. And for people to
Yes.
do that, you need to be in your inner
And it
child.
is
Now, here's the
very
funny part.
powerful.
Right. That's the whole point. But how many species, the Lyrans, I've been trying to teach them, they can't because they don't remember their inner child. That's their problem.
Right. They
So,
forget
what's
they
going
lost
to
touch with
happen?
that. Yeah.
Right. So, here's the best part. So, to finish, just so we can go back to what we were talking about. Those 51 species that I'm helping, that I've learned, develop relationships for millions or hundreds of millions of years, they're going to be reborn again. They're still going to have all their memories, but they're going to not down to a kid or being in a child, but they're going to be in a kid-like state. That's how I train psychic mediums. That's how I train losties,
Yes.
or many losties, lost souls that I help save and everything, and so on and so forth. So they're going to remember this, so then they can learn it,
Yes.
because most people don't remember their inner
Yes.
child. Since my first day of
Right.
existence, I stay in my inner child, and I never leave it. Now, do I leave it?
Yeah.
No. Temporarily, yes. I'm a
No.
big mature kid. For example, in this life, I do have to go to work. I do have to, but I was awake since I was 2 years old. So for you, by the way, you weren't supposed to wake up until the time that you were supposed to, because it was a lot easier that way. because it was your time to come out and shine. So that, but that's something
Yes.
between you and your higher self or your guides and all that stuff. Da da da. But yeah, that's the problem. So these are the things that we're going to be teaching all those 51 species how to go back to their inner child,
Right.
and then they'll be able to learn that. And
Yes.
then also there is a species that I met. One of them is here. He lives. We met. I'm not going to say his name, but we met. He's a Jedi. Now, that's not the official species or what they're referred to, but there's only 50 of them left. And so it is real. And of course, I am one because not because I was with them, but because I've done those arts and everything, which is different but similar. Because remember, different creators, different things, different concepts, but the force, which is energy. I say energy, but the force does sound better. But I used to call it as simplicities. That's powers, but yeah, the others called it the force. That is true. You can harness the energy and everything in the force, which is energy and da 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 and all that stuff. So yes, they're able to do that, and there's other species that can do that also in different ways and so on and so forth. So yeah, but there's a lot of people here that don't even realize. I'm like, well, wait, do you know who you are? And they don't answer that because they don't, because
Right.
they're in higher consciousness, but they
There
don't
you
get to
go.
inner peace. You need to get to inner peace. Then once you're in inner peace, then you got to start working
Right.
to get remote viewing. Once you get remote viewing, oh my gosh, you could do anything you want,
It's
but that's the whole purpose.
amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I want everyone to experience this. I really do with my whole heart. And I get it that there's always going to be naysayers. That's just part of the spectrum of duality, there's going to be the ones that try to throw you off track and go, you're losing your mind, or spiritual, psychosis, or they're going to throw something at you and make you feel some type of way, or try to make you feel some type of way, like you're less than what you are. You cannot allow that to penetrate you. You cannot allow that, bounce it right back and reflect it right back to them. That's why I tell people, do not absorb that energy. Um, it's hard to explain or put into layman's terms, what I do, but it's just a balance of the psyche, of the heart, the soul,
So
all in alignment, and
I'm going to jump
understand.
into. Sorry, Mystic. I was going to jump in on that before you keep going. Um, so when you're
You're okay.
saying
I'm a
for
mom too. I know how.
you know, um, so just what you said, like bouncing back or where they put you in like that psyche, isn't that part of like where they gaslight you and they start manipulating you and thinking that you are doing something that or thinking
Yes,
something that is not
absolutely.
normal, but what is normal today when everybody, how many
Right,
millions, billions of people believe the same thing, but yet you have a pocket that say,
right.
nope, you're just not right. You're just not right in the head for thinking that. And so when I woke up on my journey, I did a lot of self-discovery and healing, and I just did a lot of unveiling of the shadows. And I did that was a lot of work. And I always tell everyone, if you're not ready, then do it when you're ready. Yes, have I tried to do the Akasha? I think it's beyond Akasha because I've already saw all my deaths. I've already seen all that stuff that people don't even understand what I'm talking about. Um, but the shadow work does cause you some pain. Like it's not an easy task. I don't know if you've done it. I don't know if you went through that healing process or however you did it, but I've already gone through like a terrible divorce, and it was like everything was thrown in my face. So in my mind's eye, I never want to go in that place again where someone has that control, if that makes sense. Where someone thinks or they have that
Absolutely.
control and then they use it against you. And it's like, wait a second.
Yes.
Why were you with me then? Why were you with me this whole time?
Right.
Why why did you lie? Why did you act like a protector, but yet
To teach you lessons.
yes.
It was to
And
teach you lessons about yourself. Hmm.
but
When you
that's
reflect on it, you realize that you're like, oh my God, it was showing me all along, but I didn't realize it until now. Like, where was I?
mhm.
It's one of those where was I moments, is what I call it. Because I'm like, I don't recognize this person. I don't know who she is or who she was. I know who she is now, but I don't know who that was for 35 years. And that can be a very detrimental thing to some people's minds if you're not ready for that. You got to be ready. It's a hard pill to swallow. It really is.
Sorry, I had to move the camera because you guys are talking.
But
But
did
I
it
just go ahead. Oh man,
did it feel like when you were going through this divorce, like you were getting attacked from everyone that you ever loved, like and cared about? Did it feel like
yep,
everybody was just pouncing on you, and you're like,
yeah.
"What did I do that was so horrifically wrong? I don't understand. I've always been a good person." Yes, same here. Same here.
But
I
it's
was
on a
like, "What
loop.
in the actual hell is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's crazy. It
But it's
really,
on a loop.
but I wouldn't change any of it. Right. Okay, so you're in that loop basically where you're reliving it or
I'm reliving it.
you're
Yeah.
re-experiencing it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Verbatim.
Make sure you
Yeah, but
follow me. I'll make
remember,
sure I've already I'll
What?
inbox you some things that I don't just put out publicly, but there's some things that I can tell you that can help or I hope will help through that process of eliminating that and overcoming it because it's a lot easier said than done. Anybody can say anything, but doing it and getting over the hurdle is the part that we have to accomplish. And once we do that, the freedom is everlasting. I can promise you that. It doesn't come and go. It stays for good. So I believe we were brought here together today for a reason. We were on
A
that
very strong
frequency and
reason.
I aligned with you guys.
But
So
what is it going to take to like go past this? What is it going to take? Does it have to get like that's the part I'm still missing. Like,
them by defeating them, the ones meaning, that you love the most, it's going to be hard. Now, listen to me, because I had to cut my daughter off literally completely. It was like ghosting. She was in a rebellious state. She claimed me as not her mother anymore, and it was horrific. I had already lost my mother at 16 years old from OD. So I had lost a parent and a child by the time I was 35. The two worst pains known to a human soul, and that I stuck with it and I let her be herself. I let her stay in her way. And 2 years later, we had the best relationship we've ever had. She came back willingly and saw the truth for what it was. You can't force things. When you start to realize you cannot force anything upon anyone, you can tell them what you feel and what you think, but you have to leave it be. Let that fester in their mind. And once your energy is cut off completely from them, they will then realize what they have lost. They will come back, I promise you, because everyone that left my life came back, literally saying you were right. But it took a year, 2 years, things were lonely. It got very depressing and dark, but I also went on my spiritual journey, and started enlightening myself and just trying to keep my mind in a place of peace, regardless of what they were trying to do to me or say about me. I knew my truth, and that's all that mattered. And that is truly the key, is staying true to yourself. And I
yeah,
know
but
that can be very hard to do.
one of the things though is that
But
her family, Maria's, is NPCs. That's the hard part.
it can feel impossible. And now I see why she's saying the loop, because of that
Yep.
right there. That's the loop.
That's why
It's
you were
like you're
here because
trying to
yeah.
see.
Go ahead, go ahead. I
maybe
thought you were done. My bad.
she got cut off. We gotta wait for her.
Um, was not the greatest. That's why, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. But I really just wanted to jump in, and you're welcome to inbox me. I would love to help you in any way I can. I do know that feeling. I really do. I've had to cut off people that I truly loved and felt and cared for, but it was for the betterment of my soul, and that's what's important. So at the end of the
Just to
day, you
let
got
you
to stay.
know. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Mystical. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So Maria, she's here because not exactly, but similar things you two have in common. So you have me, but you needed someone where you needed that, that feminine side. Even though I am feminine, I'm feminine masculine. on both, but you needed a feminine, but then you need someone, you two are similar, so you two can help each other out. So, I mean, not exactly the same things,
Right.
but similar things to certain extents, and so on and so forth. So that's one of the things. Also,
Right.
is that and by the way, Mystic, I'll back you up with anything. So they're telling, by the way, the reason how we met was I can't tell you yet, or you probably know, but we're not supposed to talk about it now. But you are a part of that 51 species. So you're just here, but you were in a similar to
Alyssa,
her, in a bad place at the wrong time, at the wrong place.
can
You
I see your
understand?
phone?
So yeah,
Can I see your phone?
but yeah,
When it's not
so
working, one fella.
yeah, and by the way, most of
Put it
the
on the
people that's
thing.
on TikTok, there's like 95% of this world
Can you
has
go sit on the
spiritual
couch?
parasites now. So just to let you know, so there's no going back to get these people to turn
Oh,
around when they're already being controlled by parasites. So it's not even worth it. We're just
Correct.
trying to survive. So
Yep.
survive with the people that we can. That like anyone comes to ask you for help, then that's the people that you help.
so
And then and then if they don't come back, they don't come back. But yeah. So which you already know that. But this is for Maria. So Maria, you see, you have someone else now. So I know that you two can gather and have a relationship. And you needed like a female bestie. So this could be like someone that you can, in a confident, speak about the female stuff that you weren't able to speak with me. You understand? So which I know that you're having issues with, but that you're not going to speak to me about those things, which is fine. I understand that, and so on and so forth. So
okay. Um,
Freya, this is Freya, by the
Absolutely.
way. Mystic, do you know who Freya is? The goddess
Yes. And
Freya?
I'm Danielle. That's my yes.
Yeah.
I
Freya
I
is the
know that I
one that
don't
found
connect
you.
with
Freya is the
random
one that found.
people.
No, yeah.
I
Freya was,
connect with
by
very
the way,
powerful individuals.
right. Freya was the one to find her. And then she was the one to bring her to help you. And also for me, for all of us. So it's to help each other. We're here to help each other. We're leaving this damn freaking,
That's all.
place. Just you have to survive. It's sort of like saying, and I'll make it short, get to the finish line. However you get to the finish line, if it's fast or slow or whatever, it's get to the finish line. Even if you're on your hands and knees crawling, get to the finish line. So survive, do whatever's necessary. You don't need to be in first place. It doesn't matter if you're in first place or last
Yeah.
place. It's just getting to the finish line. It's like finishing the marathon. Does it matter if you're first
Right.
or it takes 3 days later? It's going to take 3 days later. It's going to take 3 days later.
Yep.
So that's the whole purpose.
No competition, no judgment. It's all about just doing what we need to do. That's all.
hmm.
And I truly said, we were brought together through energy, waves of energy that we may not be able to see with our physical eyes, but they're these waves just like the ocean. They bring us together and we cross, paths and everything makes sense. It's like they just fall into place. It's amazing how that works when you realize it. It's beautiful. It really is. It's such a beautiful experience when you hit that. Um, I wouldn't say plateau because I know there's more to go, but um, it's incredible. It really is. And I wouldn't change any of it. And I used to say I hated everything I was going through at the time, but now that I look back, I'm like, I would go through it again and again and again to get where I am now. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I wouldn't say that 5 years ago. I wouldn't have told you that. I would have been like, please pull me out of this. Anything, just get me out of this. But I stuck with it. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah. I yeah, like today was really nice. Like these are like the little rare moments where I actually got to go to the outdoor mall. I don't really do stuff. I work and whatever, and I had to work. I have like I'm trying to dissolve some of my crystal things, and I do like aesthetics. One of the things that I learned is not a lot of people understand Reiki, so I'm trying to pivot and not do Reiki. I don't know how to describe that, but people really came down on me. Um, and I'm not sure if that came to me because I was supposed to, or it came to me as this lesson that everyone's talking about. That's the part I don't know. I'm I'm in between. Is it? going to be used against me somehow? Is it real? Right? It's like, what do I do with this?
You got to be
Do I
careful with Reiki.
see?
You
Please
have
tell
to be
me.
careful with Reiki. This is why I never mess with Reiki. This is why right here. You don't know who you're connecting with, what they're sending to you, what their intention is, and what will
Nothing.
be projected onto you. You really don't. You're just taking this chance. And I'm the same way when it comes to Reiki. I do not mess with it. It's something that I don't feel comfortable about. I feel like I'm going to another human to get something I can achieve on my own.
Yes,
Gotcha.
So
ditto.
that's where the disconnect comes from.
Yeah, ditto,
And
ditto.
that,
And Maria,
oh my God.
you didn't ask me this, but no. Here's the thing. There, what I think Mystic probably knows how to do this, even though I asked. I bring people up to my energy level. So when I bring them up, then it's like a cleanse. Do you understand? So it's
Hmm.
like it's like the higher the vibration, except for a spirit. Well, I know how to do it for a spiritual parasite. If someone has a spiritual parasite, I don't mess with them. Right there, it's like bye, good luck to you. You know, like no joke. But if it's someone that I really know, well, first I take out the parasite. But if they don't have a spiritual parasite, I bring their energy up to my level. Now, I can be on any dimension. So 14th, for example, which is like the void, but I lower myself down. So if the person's on the fifth dimension, I lower myself down to, let's say, I could say Sleven. I like saying the L word, SL. So, or the slicks, but mostly Sleven, and then bring them up to me. And then when I do that, then it's I start then that's where I can connect with them. But it's a temporary thing, of course, and then so I can see everything that's going on. So it's hard to explain for me because it's something natural that I do. So I can bring up the person's energy, and then it cleanse it out, clean it, anything that's with it or whatever, and then I could start doing any energies or anything that's so on and so forth. I could bring them back down also, so I don't use too much. But once I do that, then they're okay because everything's done and cleansed and everything and so on and so forth. So that's what I do. I don't know if Mystic can do that, but now for you, you shouldn't be doing that. So what she was saying is right. I'm not going to get into it, but just let that go. For yourself, if you want to learn Reiki for yourself, self Reiki, now that's a whole nother thing.
So
Yes, that's
I
true.
do self Reiki, but I'm going to
Yes,
limit doing Reiki for others because
yes.
yesterday I was looking for a separate room because I have a boutique and I have a spa area that I rent every month. And I went to another location with a chiropractor acupuncturist and I said, hey, I would like to see if maybe we can collab. As soon as I sat down with her, she was just like, well, you do Reiki, that's not acceptable. I see that there's Oracle cards, that's not acceptable. And I mean, she went through this whole list. She saw like, the tattoo, whatever it was. And I was like, she looked at my nails. I said, I wear gloves, I wear scrubs, whatever. And I don't know why I had to like stick up for myself at this point. And I'm like, why am I defending myself for who I am? And it's happened again today, like on Facebook. There's like a battle right now. I'm not sure, but it's like something's divided where people are just battling. And it's like if I say one thing, I get attacked. Or if I don't say anything, I'm still getting attacked somehow. Um, it hasn't been a breath of fresh air since April 9th. And the dog is literally always constantly, like he comes everywhere with me because he senses, right? There's no reason for this. But Coco, it's okay.
But
Tell them they're not welcome here. They must leave now. So
who
that
is
is,
not welcome here? Demand them and tell them they're not
what do I
welcome.
say?
You have to be the authority. Remember, you are the authority. Tell them you're not welcome here. If you don't bring anything good here, then get out of here. You're not welcome. I mean it like you would say it to another human. You know what I mean? You just have that force about you and don't allow it. Don't fear it because fear begets fear. It's
Yeah.
going to just draw more fear in if any fear is involved. Grow.
Okay.
I know that's easier said than done, but you said it right. You said, why am I defending myself? You shouldn't have to defend yourself for who you truly are and what you bring to the table because anyone who recognizes that light is going to accept it and embrace it. So that's just your higher self showing you these people aren't meant for you. These people don't align with your energy. They don't see your value. And that's the way I look at things. You know, we have to protect ourselves from these things and we have to be aware of them or they will consume us. Literally. They will, just like you said, parasites. They'll consume you like parasites.
Well, yeah, and that's like a major thing right now that, I don't feel like I have too many places that I can turn to. I mean, I don't know. Do you still follow the moon, like the new moon and the full moon? I don't even know what I follow anymore when it comes to that. But is that bring negative? Does it actually help? I don't
I've
know.
never I've never been to like into too much of that stuff. Like I've read
Yeah,
about it and, you know, inquired certain things, but I've never indulged too much in what others believe and think. I try to think for myself, but at the same time, you know, you go by what other people tell you, their stories.
yeah,
That's like the Bible. I believe the Bible is a metaphor that we go by. There are very good messages in there, but at the same time, so many people are so stuck and confined to just that way of thinking that they're scared to step outside of that box. God is everything everywhere. It is us, me, you, the trees, the bees, the dog, the floor, the walls. That's God. That's how I look at it. So it's everything in existence. And we're all connected through this invisible cord, you know, that we don't see physically like an x-ray. We see our bones in our body because our eyes are not evolved enough to see these things, but they're there. Um, it can go deep, you know, but I'm very well read in lots of different religions, and I've tried to understand and at least be open to everything because these are unique stories that individuals told over time and left for us to read. That was their own
hmm
unique experience. You have your own unique experience. I have mine. Pan has his. Duran has his. You know, it doesn't mean if ours don't look exactly that we're not doing something right. We're experiencing it in our own divine way. And that's the beauty of it. We don't have to be like anyone else. We get to be ourselves and spark the world. It's like what I'm doing right now. I'm going to make art out of this smoke. I'm going to actually frame it. One of them looks like a stairway to heaven, literally. It's beautiful. And to me, that is tapping into things that we thought not possible, and they are possible because I'm proving it. So we're definitely getting better than we were, but it takes time and patience for sure. That is the true key, um, is patience and just going with the now, not living in yesterday and not looking into tomorrow, just staying now, right now. Because this is
right,
the most important moment of all, is now.
right.
And that's hard to do.
Haven't you seen Maria? And I'll make it real quick. You see how,
hmm
like I told you, it takes several days. By the way, Mystic, I disconnected her from a phantom matrix. Okay, so so I said it takes several days. Haven't you noticed every day more and more you're starting to relax, you're starting to come to within yourself. Okay? So most people like me, where they
Yep.
disconnected from a phantom matrix, they would be like, I'm out of here, bye, because they don't want to deal with the first 7 days are the worst. So you see how calm and relaxed you
Yes.
are right now? Okay, you just it's
And
now
you'll
you're
align with
situating yourself.
people, like-minded
Right.
people.
Now you have Mystic here, you see?
Yep.
But you weren't supposed to meet her yet, which Freya knew when I told you Freya's got your back. You two are besties. Okay? So it's getting there. Just be patient. Okay? So that's
hmm
why. Look, I even came here and then I started talking and then boom, there she is. I need to meet someone else, that's here, and then voila, there she is. But you see, that's my higher self and Freya
Incredible.
working
It
together.
really is
And Lilith.
incredible how it works.
Yeah, and then Lilith, because all three of them knew Mystic, which I'm not supposed to say anything more. Well, they're not telling me anyways, but I'm not going to say anything
Yeah,
anyways, but that's the whole
I've
purpose.
actually worked.
Yeah, so then there you
I have
go.
in the
Because,
past. Yeah, I've met them
right,
both.
there you go. Right. So
Yeah.
Lilith is in all, that's
So,
why. Lilith and I are
mm,
besties.
what
I've
about
known Lilith for a
Metatron?
gazillion. A what?
Metatron. I don't know why that keeps
Metatron.
I have a big
Arca-
Met.
Archangel Metatron,
I
you
have a
know, because
video.
Always
yeah, so look at
around.
the video. But he's
Okay.
always around because you two know each other. And I'm not supposed to tell you that because you are supposed to find that out for yourself.
I did 3 years ago.
Okay, okay, but you're gonna learn more from it. There's the whole point.
Okay.
Archangel Metatron and I see him. He's the one of Mystic. This is for your information. He's the one in the Akashic records because he's a dark angel, not a light angel, and
Hmm.
he is the one that guards the door where there's the 9,000, the door to all the other Akashic records, which they're not called Akashic. Do you understand?
Right.
I'll just say records. That's it. So there's another way of
Give
saying
them
it in the higher
right.
self, and I'm allowed to go to all 9,999 of those. So he guards that place because he knows who is allowed in and who is not allowed.
Okay.
And then when they go in there, he knows
That's why
there is
he won't
right,
allow me.
right. Now I can get it. Plus, he has caretakers bringing him
Yeah.
information
Yeah, I
because
literally
I
caught him
allow
on
it.
camera. Literally.
Right. I allow that information, but
Okay.
he has to
That's
be in that
awesome.
room right outside and then he has to give it back. But here's the funny part. He can't download it, so he has to read it. So then he reads it there and then he gives it back. Okay, that's the difference. We don't allow that because
Interesting.
but he understands. Yeah, haha. Yeah, yeah. These are the things that I. So, but he's the one that knows that because he's finding the information for you to help you, because of the you. I can't tell you anything else, but you're figuring it out. You two, you Maria and him, have a knowledge relationship. One of the things you were,
I agree.
is you were knowledge. You love to be in the Akashic records. You and him got to know each other. You guys became besties, like BFFs. So that's the whole thing. So you exchange a lot of information with him. Now that you're back, he's like trying to catch you up. So that's the whole point, little by little, of course. So then
Right. I saw he appeared in front of me and he tried to scare me. I think he was trying to test my fear.
yes,
And I wasn't scared. Like, I was very comforted in his presence. I knew who he was immediately. And it was like he was letting me know I'm here as a guardian, not as a threat. But he can look like a threat. I tell
yes,
people things can be
yeah.
scary, but you can't let them scare you.
Right.
Yeah,
Like he is a dark angel,
absolutely.
so he has an evil side that people don't know. He's working towards neutrality. To get there, you need a duality.
Right.
That's what people don't realize. They think that angels are the light side. That love frequency can destroy evil. No, it can't. It can push it away. It
No.
can hold. How do you say it? Right, yeah. But
Yeah.
you cannot destroy. You need to be pure evil to destroy. And people are like, no, that's not true. I said, okay, fine. You learn the hard way. Don't worry about that. So that's the whole point. There's no rules.
Right.
That's what people think. That's why that there's rules. No, you have no idea. That this creator didn't really go
Right.
down into those and do that. It's like the wild wild west. So can love help you?
Right.
Yes. But can love save you from pure evil?
Yes.
Yes and no.
No, no, I don't think so.
No.
You have to
I
have
have to
Yes.
say that.
the balance of dark and light.
There you go. Or you
To
need, well,
understand
if you don't right, if you don't have to finish, if you don't have neutrality, what's the strongest one? Which I teach people. Neutron. The neutron is the most powerful in a simple particle, not the electron, not the proton, the neutron. So you need to get to neutrality. Now, if you don't have that, then you need both. If you have more than one, that will help you. So if you do have love, but you have pure evil with you, because you do have light and evil, but you know how to use that side and channel it, where you use like 90% love and 10% evil, or depending upon the evil demon, or whatever different type of if it's a skinwalker or however to destroy it, then yeah, it's that's what people don't realize. So you can beat it temporarily with love, but you still, to destroy it, you need evil. Now, does it mean a lot of evil? I don't know. It depends on the person and how you do that. Each individual is separate and each individual is different. So yeah, but I'll leave it at that.
Well, do you know how I try to explain it in layman's terms? We go about our life every day. We have our children, our family. If someone were to try to harm them or do something to them, a side of us comes out that usually doesn't come out of us. That is understanding the balance that there is good and dark inside of all of us. And that's the best way I can explain it. I mean, really, any of us can pop off if someone tries to mess with things that mean something to us, you know. But we have to understand how to control that anger, and the best way we know how, and not, you know, just obliterating everyone in our path. Like, you have to use love, and you have to use the passion of who you are, and stick with that stability that, hey, F around and find out, that's up to you. You know, I'm not going to push that on you, but that's up to you on how you act towards me. So we all have the darkness inside of us. It's how we use it and how we project it, in my opinion.
You're someone's gonna come after you no matter what you do. You're just gonna stay loving and caring, and you're gonna get by it. No, if the person has totally psychotic.
Right. That's not going to work. That never
Yeah,
worked.
so that's what I tell people. The same
Yeah,
thing
that never
here.
worked.
So this happens here in this dimension is going to happen in other dimensions, and I tell people that. So you mean to tell me a person that mentally they're screwed up because of the way that they grew up, or their soul is damaged beyond belief, and they're coming after you, so, and with a pew
Right.
pew or anything, and
Mhm.
you're just going to say love? Yeah, it's good to have the frequency, yes,
No.
because maybe that'll help to a certain degree,
Yeah.
maybe positivity, or bring others involved,
Right.
but you need that darkness to come out to save you, so that's the whole point. Like, you're gonna have to do anything
Yes,
and
that would
everything
be
to get
amazing.
that knife out of their hand. So you're gonna have to kick him in the balls, if that's one way to go, 50 times, for him to release it. Then once he releases it, then you kick it out of the way or throw it away or whatever, or hold it yourself, however you want to do it. But it's like, hello, it's like, that's what people don't realize. So wait, so you get into a fight with someone, you're just gonna be like, oh, I love you, give you a hug. No, he's gonna punch you in the damn face. He's gonna punch you in the stomach. This is how it works. But oh well. But that's
Yes. You said yes.
So that was the other thing, is always having this
before
weird,
you be
yes, yes.
before you
I'm
keep on
trying to
going. No, 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 no.
talk
I'm gonna let you
lightly.
speak. No,
I'm
no, no, no.
trying.
I'm gonna. No. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna be listening, but I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay.
But keep on going. I'm just letting you both know. So I'm listening. So keep on going. Thank you. Thank you. Go go.
Um, yeah. So sometimes when you feel a certain way and then the rug gets pulled from under you and you have to pull up those bootstraps,
Right.
it's a comeback, right? And
Yes.
there's no apology to it. It's just I've always tried to transmute negative energy. That's why I got into Reiki, just to do like self-love and transmute, right? And so
Right.
I feel like things are going to be used against me somehow. And I'm not sure why, but because there's so many people that have been saying things like, well, do talk about Reiki, or why don't you do this, or what? And I feel like something is not right with it, right? I know a lot of people are
Mhm.
trying to jump on and say, oh, get rid of crystals, get rid of Reiki, get rid of all this other stuff. And I wasn't really listening. That was the one thing. I was not listening because I had to understand that, because I know that it pulled me through so much with self healing, um, with shielding,
Right.
all that. Um, is it enough? Because you know that feeling, you probably know it, when your stomach starts to hurt really, really bad, and you're just like, wow, it's being
Yes.
pulled. Okay.
It's like,
It is the most
yeah.
disgusting. Yes. How do you pull through that?
I basically, what I've come to find when it came to crystals and Reiki and all that, because I delved into it in the beginning and I was trying to explore the options. What's going to help me? I then started to
Uh oh.
realize, like, I don't even need any of this. That's what something clicked at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I still have it. rid of it. But I realized I don't need all this. My vessel is the most powerful thing, my intent, my intention. So I try not to attach myself too much to that stuff to think that it's going to do something more than what I can do physically on my own and mentally on my own. That's like in my videos. I don't use any tools. You will never see me holding a crystal or anything. I'm just pulling smoke either from sage or incense. I do use sage and incense because that does help clear energy. But to detach from that, you have to let everything go. I know this is going to sound way easier, but it's literally letting all of it go. Let them have their opinions. Let them think what they want. Let them say what they want. Let them laugh. Let them, because deep down, the freedom you will get from sticking to your truth and staying true to yourself, I promise you from my own experience, it will pay off. I had people calling me a witch. I had people calling,
Mm-hmm.
literally lawyers that had went to law school, courthouse calling me a witch. And my father was sitting right next to me and he looked at me and he's like, did he just say that? And I'm like, yeah, it's 2021 and we're going through this court case, with my daughter and all this shit. And this is what this grown ass 60-year-old man that's been a lawyer and went through law school is calling me a witch to my face. Because I had literally started tapping into my gifts on accident. I just came across it on the side of a river one day and I realized I could tap into that. And I followed it and stuck with it, never denied it. Because I'm like, if I wasn't intentionally looking for this and it came to me, that to me is an Akashic record. That's something that naturally came to you. So things will start opening up as soon as you detach from all of their emotions and their opinions and you just stick to Maria's thoughts and opinions, regardless of what their opinions are. I promise you, like, it will pay off. It will. At first, it may feel like, no, this is not right. Something doesn't feel right. Things will start to smooth out down the road. Like Pan was saying, how he pulled you out of that, you see how things start to align, like-minded people just pop up out of nowhere. That's
Mm-hmm.
how that works. They'll just start aligning with you now. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is, because then you meet people that can comprehend the way you comprehend. And you realize there are other people like me. I'm just around people that don't know how to think the way I do and who I truly am. And they don't recognize that. And that's okay. At the end of the day, that's okay. Because you will naturally align with your spirit team, whatever you want to call them, your guide team, your true, star family. There's many words people use, but you will start to align with these people so naturally it will just come. You won't even have to look for it.
Like
And it's
today.
truly a beautiful experience. But it's like yeah, yes. And we literally have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, hell on earth.
Oh
And
yes,
that's
that's
when we find
Psalms
that
23.
enlightenment, going through so much trauma.
Was that
Yes,
Psalms 23 or Psalms 91?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, the top of my head. I couldn't tell you exactly which one. I know Psalms, but Hebrews 11:3:11 or 11:3. It literally tells us, like, hold on, I want to pull it up so I don't missay it. My signal, naturally. Was 11:3 was the clue. I think my signal's going down, guys.
Um,
What is going on?
Discord.
Okay, I gotta sign off and sign back on.
You want some dessert, Alyssa? Okay. Okay, I'll get it for you.
Yeah, bring Mystic back up. She dropped down.
She did, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something happened with her connection. But that was really interesting. I'll just do this. Oh, I wonder, because Duran can't come back on, right?
What happened?
Duran, he doesn't have access to even come back
No,
on.
for Mystic. Bring up Mystic.
I tried. I invited her. I hit invite. I don't know what to do.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost downstairs because I'm taking a shower. Hold on. Just a few more
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
All right, I'm. Hey, look, do me a favor. Put me as mod, please.
Hmm.
All right. All right.
How do I do that?
Okay. Click more. Then, or wait, guest. Click guest and click settings. You see it?
Hmm.
And then put all access.
But what is your
Pan
yeah, there
Taz
it is.
Legion. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So I can do it for you since sometimes you be running around the house.
But it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay. So she was saying her connection went.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Do you have information on her, just in case?
Yeah, I followed her. Did you follow her or no? Just
I
click on her
think
name.
so.
Click on her name in the chat, and then follow her. There you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna help you out. Freya was the one to find her for. Well, It's a part of us because she's a part of the 51 species. So Lilith and Freya were the ones to bring her. Okay, so you're good. So you have someone to speak of all the female stuff, which I know that I could do for you, but you just feel more comfortable, you know. So
Yeah, that's
wait.
true.
Oh, her connection dropped. My battery's going dead.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So now you know. From now on, she's following me back. So now you know to send an invite to her. Okay.
Okay.
So look with the crystals, it's true. I only use one crystal, and that's the pink opal, but that's for love. So in reality, you don't need
Hey,
crystals
sweetie.
right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why your higher self hasn't told you to go find any, because you don't need it. This is how powerful you are. But Freya's there also, so she's the one that's at least, or Lilith, or one or both are usually there. They've thrown up protection spells around you and protection, spirit a grid. Well, I put up a grid. They also put grids also. Mine is on the outside. Theirs is on the inside, and then yours also. And then also for your shield around you, your body, the same thing. I'm on the outside, then it's like Lilith and Freya, then you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So just everything's good. You don't really need any crystals or anything. Now if it pops in your head, if then yes. But right now I don't think so. Okay, so you're good. Anything else?
Alyssa, these yours? These yours? Mm, no. Just.
Did you follow her?
Oh, is this yours, Alyssa? Yeah. Let me. My phone is downstairs. Do you want it?
Oh, okay.
It's here. But yeah. I don't say too much on here because, like I said, that whole thing I feel like is gonna be against me. That whole Reiki thing.
So you can follow her later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you did
Yeah.
it to both of your TikTok accounts. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're good.
Um. Yeah. There was at one point I didn't know if you were, but you could sense things. You sense things.
Yes, I sense. Well, I mean, when I'm connected to you, you're like I sense everything. I do. Well, remember, I'm handling a lot of things in all times and dimensions. So yeah. So, oi,
Hmm.
oi.
Right. Oh, here. You know what? Can I? I'm gonna get back live in a little bit. Will you jump back on and I'll try to get Mystic too in a little bit. Did you close the doors? I know, but it feels good. I like the doors open. I like them. I just wanted a little bit of the air, just a little.
Yeah, so I was kicked out. So are you gonna end the live now?
Mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm, not yet.
oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was texting a friend.
mm,
Why don't you just get off and come back later?
okay.
Yeah, do that. So you can just relax, do your thing, and just, whenever it's time, we could do that. Okay? Just relax
Hmm.
and just keep yourself busy, which that's what you love to do anyways. So,
Okay.
all right. Anything else?
Hmm. Mm-mm.
All right. I'm always here. So if you want to go on later, just let me know and I'll send her an invite. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon. All right. If you
Okay.
wanna, just don't worry. Are you okay?